Hey guys, Morten Ostad here. Welcome to another unboxing from me. This time it's Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull, still living in the past. Extensive reissue of the 1972 compilation album. We are getting another treat, a wonderful treat from Ian Anderson and the Jethro Tull people who work on these things. If you follow me for a while, you know that I've been collecting these, and I am glad to say that I have every single one of these wonderful box sets, apart from the Christmas one, which came out last year. When I wanted to get it, it was sold out, and now I'm a little bit unsure. It's not the same sort of people behind it, so I think I'll need to hold it in my hands to see whether or not I'm going to get it. But some people consider it canon, others not. It's like discussing modern Star Trek over, Next Generation and the original series and all that. But I hope you'll enjoy me looking through this box, and it'll inspire you to maybe check this one out yourself. We've been really treated to some wonderful things with these box sets. And I'll probably mention it again, but any band who are this consistent with the deluxe box sets, which many bands are not, Rolling Stones, Manic Street Preachers, it can only be a good thing. But the price as well, I pay 729 kroner for this, which is about $73 US, and very pleased with that. So let's have a look at it, shall we? And once again, we have ourselves a box set from Jethro Tull. And like I said in the intro, they are keeping up with the wonderful designs of these. I picked this one up at Platekompaniet, just a couple of blocks from where I live here in Oslo. And again, the price I think is absolutely fine. I know, for example, let's compare this with, let's say, the box sets they release from the Whitesnake camp. They tend to be, let's say, roughly the same amount of discs. We have 6 discs in this one, and packaged in what is like a hardcover book. Whitesnake, for example, when they do theirs, they tend to be in boxes where you have to lift the lid and so on. Content often, in as far as the amount goes, the same, but at Platekompaniet right now, the latest couple of Whitesnake box will go for 12, 13 and 1400 kroner. So I must say the Jethro Tull camp really offers us lots of quality for a fine price. And we start, like you can see here, with disc 1, which is the original mix. So still living in the past, originally titled Living in the Past, is the 1972 classic Jethro Tull compilation. It has been remixed and expanded to include recordings from relatable time period, I guess, and with comparable original mixes. It also includes the full 1970 Carnegie Hall concert, and it has been remixed to stereo, 5.1 surround, and it's all been supervised and done by the man who's been doing all of these, Stephen Wilson. And it was originally a double LP compilation, which I think was released just mere months after their previous studio album. And they did deliver a lot of music back in the day, and a lot of bands, of course, did record faster and in bigger bulks than they do now, that's for sure. And so yeah, it featured outtakes of featured album tracks, and it featured singles. I do believe it also featured music from EPs that had not been available to an American audience or Canadian audience at this stage in their career. And so in many ways it would have been a very efficient entry point and introduction to Jethro Tull to a lot of people around the world, and it ended up being that. It's now been retitled Still Living in the Past, continuing their reissue series, and this is 5 CDs. As you can see, it also is a Blu-ray in this with the usual when you get a Blu-ray with the usual mixes and surround sound, and I do believe also some video on this one. Very happy that they go with Blu-ray, because a lot of box sets, I feel, over the past few years have gone away from Blu-ray and back to DVDs. And do people even have Blu-ray, DVD players anymore? Well, I know I do, but I guess I just question that, because Blu-ray is, for example, available in a lot of people's home from the fact that they have, for example, a PlayStation or something like that. It offers original mixes, bonus tracks on the first CD, CD 2 and 3. That's where we get the Steven Wilson stereo mixes. Some of these are new, and some of them have been lifted from the previous deluxe reissues. A mixture of new work and older work where it's relevant for the making of this. And we got some great photos here. Band looking very much on form from those days, with the style and the way they looked. So yeah, the Blu-ray offers audio and video material, and again, Steven Wilson 5.1 mix, stereo mixes, and something called flat transfers, including the live concert. And there's a Nick Aston who said in his video that the Carnegie Hall concert was not available on the stand-up release box, but had been so on a previous deluxe CD, but not as extensive as here. I think he said it contained 10 tracks, while this contains 18. So this was released on the 11th of July, so I'm quite not that far after release I got this, and I'm very happy. I've been listening to this now for a couple of days, so enjoying it a lot. And some of the tracks immediately reminded me of the first time I heard Jethro Tull properly in my teens. My dad got me a subscription to the History of Rock and Roll, a vinyl 40 double album vinyl release that you got one of each month. And I do remember hearing Jethro Tull there and going, oh, did my brothers play this when I was younger? And then I got, I call it the purple 5 LP box set, which contained, BBC recordings and so on. So yeah, some really good photos here as well. And again, as always, lots of reading material and things to dive into. And I wouldn't say I worry, but I'm thinking whenever I'll go and grab one of these boxes to listen to, it'll be natural to sort of gravitate towards this, because you get so much amazing material from so many wonderful albums from the first 4 to 5 years of their career, I suppose. So yeah, again, they're getting so much material here, and the lyrics very comprehensive again, from all the the tracks. This I also enjoyed looking at all these Jethro Tull singles that they reproduced here. That was the favorite part of the book for me. And it's a little bit dangerous, because it's tempting to now go out and look for these singles in secondhand stores and so on. I don't really own a lot of Jethro Tull on vinyl. These boxes have been more than enough for me, and I do still have my old compilation and from that I was mentioning earlier. So yeah. So that's it. One wonderful box set gone through. Hope you liked looking at that with me, and I hope it inspires you to maybe even. Well, I'm not going to tell you to get it. It does cost a lot of money, but yeah, that was it. Please click like. That helps my channel. Please leave a comment, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye.